Hi, I'm Natasha Lockhart. With the holidays in full swing, how can you fit in some exercise? Let's find out.
I'm Afro Danes. There's a major epidemic in Utah. We'll learn more about it.
And I'm Stacy Beck. What are your favorite gifts? We will share ours.
And a visit from our friends from Mia's Boutique. All this and more coming right up on Studio Chatter. Welcome to Studio Chatter. How's everyone doing?
Fabulous.
Good.
Yeah.
One
Good.
holiday down and just a couple more to go.
That's all.
Yes, here we go.
Yes,
Oh,
indeed.
this is the best one of the year.
I love the music. It's playing all the time. I just wake up to it, you know.
So
now.
did you wait till after Thanksgiving to
Well,
play
I didn't
music?
know about the memo that it was after Halloween. Is that what it is?
That's when I started.
I
Yes.
think it's before. Well, just after Thanksgiving.
There is no memo.
There's no memo, it's just a fact.
You just
And
go
I
to
just
Hobby
did.
Lobby in Utah or anywhere really, or Costco, and everything
Right.
just kind of starts meshing together. Yes.
it? I
It's
love the
pumpkins
music.
and wreaths and just everything's, all together.
Right.
So there you go.
But I am
right?
trying to catch some of the lights, you know.
Okay, speaking of lights,
Yes.
have you been to the Festival of Lights yet?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
so
my God.
they opened up on Thanksgiving night and they go through
To
January 1st.
New Year's
oh,
Eve.
so I've got time.
So 6 to 10 every night, $8 a carload. You can go buy a punch pass for $35 for 5.
Oh, I
if
love
you want
it.
to go through 5 times.
So you just go and go
so
and go
you
and
can
go.
only go normally. I'm being legit
Yes.
here once, right?
Yes.
You don't go around. I've seen people kind of creep.
Yeah.
Well, you're not supposed to.
But have you guys ever had, like, we've gone with our family, but then we have other friends over and then we want to go through with them.
Right.
And sometimes you kind of want to go with
So you would
different
buy
groups.
additional
Yeah.
tickets to go through.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
So
good to
saves you a
know.
little bit. So make sure you
Yeah.
put that on your
That's
to-do
kind of-
list.
Absolutely. I
So
love it.
The punch
We've been
card is
going-
new.
Yes.
It is new, huh?
Yeah, and it saves you $1 per,
Well, that's nice.
per visit.
Per
Oh,
visit.
it's so fun.
Oh, I like that idea.
Are there new
New
Yes.
things.
things?
Really?
They have a new tunnel. It's a butterfly tunnel.
Oh.
And they have some elephants spraying water and tigers. And a new tree, like a pixel tree. So there's some new things. And then every year when I go, I just think, is that new? Is that
That's
new?
right. Yeah. Did I say that last year? Yes.
I just like to see how things are moved around too.
Yeah.
So they kind of move things around.
Which is good. Yeah.
It's
It's
so
the
fun.
fullest, obviously,
I love it.
that it's ever been. And then
Right.
what about,
Fun.
have you noticed downtown on Main Street at the city offices, the big Christmas tree?
Oh.
It's so pretty. Make sure as you're downtown to just check it out. There's the manger with the baby Jesus, and then just the
yes.
huge tree
Yeah.
that
So
one of our
fun.
employees thought
It
that would
really
be a good
is
idea.
the most awesome
Festive.
time of year.
It is.
Well, you know me. I'm all about food.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about switching flavors. So,
Absolutely.
it's pumpkin to peppermint.
Right.
Are you peppermint people?
I am.
Are
Definitely.
you? Okay.
Yes.
So, we've already
I
been into the
love-
bag a little bit.
You know
here.
what? Sometimes I like to just put
do
it
you
in a
taste the
diffuser as well, peppermint. You know, for the smell and stuff. I
So,
love
okay,
peppermint.
so peppermint mocha or
Okay.
peppermint hot chocolate.
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
I just had
yeah.
Okay, the
Love
best.
that.
Okay, so I was going
Is
to
it?
bring that tonight, but then we were
Oh.
short on time. So next time for sure.
Okay, please.
Have you had these?
No,
This is the
what are they?
best. So these are
White
the
chocolate.
peppermint
Oh,
pretzel crisps.
Really?
Yes. So taste these. These are from Costco, and you have to fight for those. You have to
really?
Get, yeah.
From
uh-huh.
Costco.
Yeah, those are the best. Those are like, those are really good. But these are new. These are the candy cane almonds. I've not had these before.
Ooh,
Yeah, so
wow.
we're gonna taste these together.
Oh,
Those are delish, right?
that's really nice, and it's thin enough that you don't feel
I know
you're
it's really thin.
overindulging.
Uh
I like that.
oh.
That's really
here we go.
delicious.
There you go. Okay, so have you had the
try
at like Easter time the
lemon.
lemon almonds? Okay, so we're gonna try.
And then the pumpkin ones.
Okay, so these are the candy cane almonds. So we're trying these together now too.
That's so good.
Okay.
This is so
Natasha.
yummy.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
thank you.
The
Get us in the mood. That's really good. Yeah. Are they good?
Have you ever had them?
No,
Oh, these remind me of like Easter eggs
those
or
are
something.
close. Those are close.
Really?
I might like those more
More than.
than these. Oops. And these and these are really good.
Wow.
They're close. Okay.
That's really good. I'll
So
have to look for
yeah,
that.
we're moving from pumpkin to peppermint. So
All
we're
right.
really close.
And we can find these at Costco. Is that correct?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Good stuff.
That is really good. Scrumptious. It's truly true. I should sing that.
I think I like this one best. I'll have another one.
Yeah, let's try
Okay.
another one.
So
go.
before
like
we
that.
move on, okay,
Yes.
you could give these to your holiday guests.
I was just thinking that. Just have it like bowls even.
Yeah, so what do you do for your holiday guests?
When they come in, I usually have nuts. I have to admit, I try to do cookies, but that doesn't really work. So much.
Do you like your holiday guests?
Do I like them? Oh, I do. I do. Christmas, I have to admit, is the time that I really just try. You know, look for people who don't have anywhere to go.
Well,
Because I
you know-
love that. I grew up with that. It was more about the food than presents. Christmas for us was always about the people coming round.
Because some
and
people
feeding
really
them.
don't. Like some people
I love
really
it.
have like holiday dread.
Oh,
like, you know,
no.
in-laws coming or, you know, you hear like the dread of, you know, some people coming in and they're like, oh, the holidays. And
Yeah.
it's just dreadful for them. But I love
loads of
entertaining.
people. Yes.
Yeah.
Like I love to put out the food and like the linens and it's
Oh,
all
wow, you
about
go
entertaining.
all out.
Well, I love that kind of stuff. So
And my in-laws are the same. They, you know, there's big family,
Yeah.
kids, 10 children, lots of grandkids, and then they invite on top of that as well. So that's really, so it's just lots of noise and fun.
Well, I was an
People,
only,
lots of food.
so like the
So
more
they
the
love that.
merrier. Like
Yeah,
cousins
yeah,
from
that's
everywhere.
it,
Like
yeah.
anytime people came in,
Yeah,
I was
you're
like,
just like, come on
"Oh,
in."
yes, come
Yeah,
visit,
that's
yes.
great.
So
It
yes,
should be like that all year round, though.
I know it's too bad it only happens
Yeah.
like once a year.
And
but-
everyone's, I find people are really loving and kind. There's more smiles. Even if it's cold, people are just more receptive to, you know, their
Love.
neighbours. To love, yeah.
to love.
Why can't it be like that all year? Maybe
Well,
we
it-
should
it
start
should be.
something.
All right.
Yeah.
It should be.
well, good.
Well, thank you. This is delicious.
I
Very
love
nice.
it. Good.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, good show coming up today. Coming up next, new fashions with Mia's Boutique. Stay with us for all of the fun. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. We love to look good, and Mia's Boutique help us achieve our goal. Let's welcome Marcy Peterson to the table. Welcome, Marcy. Welcome. We had so much fun at the shop
we
the other
did.
night, and you know that we love fashion.
That's right.
We don't have a ton of time here, but we do want to show off our looks.
Okay,
we want to
perfect.
show some of the holiday shopping styles. We know that you brought a few items and that you brought some models.
We have a lot to cover.
Yes, we do have a lot to
do.
cover. Let's start with you.
Okay.
Show off your look here.
I love this. I love this color, but these sleeves
Are beautiful.
are what now that I just loved it. It's a little shorter, so I need a second. But other than that, I love it.
Yes,
Beautiful.
awesome.
And the necklace, I love the necklace that goes with it.
That's
Yes.
Super pretty.
Oh, that's right.
All of our jewelry is 10 and under, so what their pieces they have on are $5 at our store.
Yes, and she brought a sample of a bunch of jewelry that you can pick up when you're at Mia's as well.
That's
and you
right.
can never go wrong with a gift
the gift
certificate.
Yes. I had this little sweater, long sleeved, and I love the ruffles.
Oh, love the ruffles.
I love how feminine
Very
shirts are right
feminine.
now.
Yeah,
so
just
cute.
love it.
Awful,
And
looks so beautiful.
You know, long. But I love this color.
I love that. I love that some of the mauves are even carrying over into the fall and to
Yeah,
the
I
winter.
love it.
Mhm. And your look completely different.
Totally different.
Love it.
We have tons and tons of plaids. I love the buffalo print. It's one of my favorites. So,
And it's buffalo because it's the red and black.
yes, red and black. Yep. So I love
Super
love,
festive.
Love this.
Yes, and speaking of festive, I think this is kind of peppermint looking. I love this.
It is.
And I have the Rubber Band brand jeans.
Very
And
nice.
but the twist was what sold me
Yep,
in the
the
back.
back.
Here. Yes.
Yeah,
Love
that's
this.
cute.
Love this look. And then show us what you have over here
Okay.
on the stool.
So we just have a few things. So we have like the beanies. So these are part of our, what is it? Small Business Saturday. So these are going to be $5.
awesome.
We have tons and tons and tons
blanket
of
scarves.
the blanket scarves. These are going to be $10. We also carry a little bit higher end, Rock Revival. They're going to more of a simple look. Love those.
Is that what you're wearing on right
Yeah.
now?
I don't know if you
And
can
they,
see 'em.
yes, but they make you look so.
And then
they're
just
awesome.
like
They're super flattering.
Natasha's, there's just different colors. So we have the dark denim, and we have the newest to the rubber band stretch is this with the zipper. And
So my daughter
zipper
and I
on
came
there.
back down after filming, and she got those.
Oh, she
wore
did?
them for 3 or 4 days in a row. So yeah, every day.
Great.
She
And
loves
then-
them.
Awesome.
And then we also have, like, of course, the
Leggings.
leggings,
Oh, nice.
and they have the fleece lined, and these are $5.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And then our favorite. So we only have limited sizes and limited.
Cute.
These are our jammies this year. So we have this.
Or a shirt under that buffalo print.
Yes, you
be
can.
good,
That would
yeah.
be cute.
But you have the whole set for $25.
With the pants.
Yes. And our newest, and Natasha knows she can hold
Yes,
these.
we love these.
Wow.
These.
The hobo wallets.
They come together, these, or that's
No,
sold
so
separately?
they're just
So
also.
this is kind of the slimmer style.
Oh, okay.
The Lynn.
This is
single.
the Rachel, and then this is the Lauren that everyone loves. You can put
Love
actually
them.
your 7+ in here.
Oh, really?
Travel with it, yeah. So these are a must,
Nice.
and then there's just tons of different prints.
Fantastic.
Love it. Love
And
it.
your lovely models tonight.
Okay, yeah. So we will start with Emma. Emma's rocking our Rock Revivals. I don't know if you can see. So those are more of our higher end jeans that we carry. And then we have the beautiful green undershirt that I love. It's long sleeve, and then just a little bit of a neck collar. And then
like that.
you've got the cardigan is a must. Like they're huge this year. So that one just drapes down. And then we have the fun pockets, and then the necklace. Love the necklace. And that is one of our higher end, which we only go up to $10. So $10 for the necklace.
That's my kind of price on jewelry.
yeah.
So I love it.
And Emma's
is that
petite,
top-
but she's pulling off the cardigan.
Yeah, she is.
Nice, uh-huh.
She is. What are you, 5'3"? Yeah. So
Love it.
it works great for her.
Yes.
And it works great for all tall people.
And is that a long sleeve top?
Yeah, long sleeve underneath it. So yeah, I love the color combo. So pretty.
And the
Anyway.
neck thing, that's really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Now Morgan, she's my daughter-in-law.
Oh.
And she's wearing one of our beautiful dresses, which we have 20 different ones, different kinds. They all have pockets. This one, I love the top. I love how it drapes over. I think it's just really feminine. It's so pretty. And come and see us. She's our little school teacher, so she doesn't work with us very often, but she will be here this weekend. Now next, Mia, which, we named after our daughter, and she is there most of the time. And she is rocking our darling puffy jacket.
Love that, by the way.
Love it. Comes in
Love it.
4 or 5 different colors.
And the price point, $32?
34. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
for a
awesome.
coat. So, and then she's got, of course, our beautiful necklace that's also $10. And then she's rocking the plaid. We have the plaid. Always tons and tons of plaids at our store. So, and they're always usually around $32. So I love. And she's got her cute little mermaid purple hair that's so pretty. All of it.
Looks awesome. What about her jeans?
No. Those are from a couple years ago.
Oh, okay. Very nice,
She
ladies.
did tell me when I was in that she likes to put her own holes in her.
Oh yeah. She'll take these jeans and cut them.
You know that.
Why not?
That's what the young generation wants to do.
Yeah, we do.
Well, that's supposed to mean young generation. Why
Honey, she
not?
keeps thinking we're young.
We are young.
We're middle aged.
We are
We're
start
middle-aged.
singing.
Well, no, that,
What
you
did
know
you
what, though,
say?
that's what I
What
love
are
about
you?
me is, though,
I'm
I don't
young.
think that you have really anything defined age-wise. I
No.
think that you dress everything
right.
from
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's what I love
From
as
young
the
to
diversity.
old to- yes.
Yeah.
That's perfect because we have a lady that comes up from Hanksville, cutest little lady in the whole world, and she's 87.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then we have a few, and they'll come in weekly and come with their sisters, and they're crack up. Because then you have the other ones that come in and say, oh, this store's too young, and then you look over and you've got this lady that 87 years
Definitely
old.
not too young. I think
I don't
you
think
really
so.
appeal to all ages.
I try to. I mean, it's a lot of work, but I love it. Love all the people that come
So,
in our
Marcy,
store.
what about any viewers that don't know where Mia's Boutique is?
Okay, so we are located at 589 East, 1000 North here in Spanish Fork. We're over in the new complex, we're right in between Costa Vida and Sprint, by Costco, Starbucks. You have to say all those things. Yeah. So we're over in that area where it's just, getting bigger and bigger every single year. Love it. We're open, in the winter hours, we're open from 10 to 6.
Fantastic. Yes.
Perfect.
Yep.
And I would dare say that you post and update Instagram
Yeah, people
daily.
need to be
Facebook,
following
yeah.
you.
Oh, yes. Following
So
you
on
nearly daily.
Instagram we are Fashion Mia's, and then on Facebook we're Mia's Boutique.
Okay.
So you can find us there, or just come into the store. We love to dress people.
They
You know
really
that.
do. Yes,
it's like my
so fun.
passion.
Just go in there and hang out. And they love to
You
visit
chose a
with
great
you.
location.
Oh, I
You
love
really
it.
did. The
And-
only boutique in the middle of all these
Yep.
places
Restaurants
to eat.
Yeah, they're great because then they, we gift wrap right there, so a lot of people love to come in. And
Well, thanks
Yes.
for stylizing
Yes,
us for the
men,
Christmas
this is a
party.
great
Thank
place to
you.
go and
Yeah.
shop for the ladies. They'll do
Thank
it
you
all.
for having
You have
us
to do
again.
nothing. Yes,
so much
thank
fun.
you so
Merry
much. We love
Christmas.
it.
Merry Christmas, you guys.
Okay, great. Coming up next, we will talk about keeping fit after all the goodies. Don't go anywhere. We would love to have you share our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SF17 Studio Chatter. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. This time of year is the worst to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So to give us some help, welcome Sandy Hughes from C1 Fitness Solutions.
Oh, Sandy, good time of year to have you here.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
If I
So
looked like
cute.
this in sweats, I would be in
I
sweats
feel a little
all
silly
the time.
being in sweats.
Oh my
you
gosh,
guys
you
all
are
look so
adorable.
pretty.
No.
Perfect job, darling.
Yeah, I get to live in sweats. So,
Oh my gosh,
awesome.
amazing. Yes.
That's
So
awesome.
tell us how you
fun.
got into fitness.
so I've always been super interested in fitness, but it's kind of a confusing area for me my whole life, wondering, because there's so many messages out there about
Right.
what fitness is. And so our take on fitness is a little bit different than what the rest of the world kind of probably
is
thinks
it?
of it as fitness. So we think of it more as like a balance. I mean, you hear all the time like mind, body, spirit kind of balance, but definitely it is finding balance in all of those areas and not just in one of those areas. And so we've created programs that incorporate all of those and help us to find that balance.
So is it like a gym environment, or is it, what kind of environment is it?
Yeah, it's a training facility, but
Okay.
it's not like an open gym where people just come and work out.
Okay.
So we do personal one-on-one training
Okay.
with people, and a lot of that is correctional. So
Oh, okay.
we focus a lot on like postural corrections.
Okay.
But then we also do corporate training where we'll go into corporations and assess them. We
Oh,
build
fantastic.
programs for people.
Okay.
For schools, we've done like different school programs, and we've done like sports programs where we go in and help teams
okay.
become better athletes. And the beautiful thing about learning about posture and how to it's a base for movement. So not only does it help correct pain when you have proper posture, but it also makes you a really powerful mover. And then to link that to like the mind body spirit connection is postures are really powerful. Not only does it make you more powerful when you move, but it also makes you powerful in the way that you think about yourself. And so you can link that. We love, with youth or with anyone to link that idea so that when you change your physiology, when you change the way
I
you
noticed
sit,
that.
Oh, I did. I totally sat
as
up.
soon as you say posture, people go,
What?
oh, they straighten up.
Oh, so often when I'm driving, I'm slumped. I find myself slumped or to the side or like crooked all the time.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I really need to fix my
So
posture.
growing up, my dad always harped on me saying, stand up straight, stand up straight. So I have just stood up straight. And I've had people say, I like passing you in your car because it reminds me to drive sitting up straight. I'm like, I don't notice it because I was harped on, like, put your shoulders back, stand up straight. So
Yeah, it creates habits and
It does.
creates patterns that are really good for us, but it carries over into the way that we think about ourselves. So you'll see people that it's created a pattern where when they're chronically sad or depressed and they sit like this, and it becomes they become stuck in that position even when they don't.
It's such a different feeling.
And it changes. It does change. And so if you can link that and remember, that when you sit up and link that immediately to the way you feel, it can change your mental state as well as your,
my kids
your
will do
emotional
that.
state.
Oh, I'm just not good. Just naturally they'll say it with a negative word afterwards. Oh, I'm just not good. Oh, I did this wrong. And I'm always like, move it back, go back. Oh, you can. Then they bring out their chest, but it puts a smile on their face. They're goofing off, but they start smiling and laughing.
It's interesting that people, when they hold themselves like that, and then you try to say, now try and be depressed, but don't change the way you're holding yourself. You can't. You can't make yourself. Your body. Your body dictates the way that your brain works. So
you said mind, body, and then spirit. How does the spirit connect into this?
Well, definitely, it's a remembrance of your worth and who you are, and it really is. That's where the real power, of course, comes from, is remembering that.
So this sounds
beautiful.
Just super custom.
It is. So everything we do is designed, like we write new programs for whatever corporation or whatever the need is, like a family, or if it's a church program, or if it's an individual. Everyone is different, but the principles are the same. Posture is the same. Nutrition is the same for everyone. And so there are principles that are across the board that everyone needs to learn, but we're all unique and have different needs as well. So
Sandy, I want to ask you this. We're right in the holiday season. What's 1, 2, 3 tips that you could give our viewers, watching, what's something they can do different this month?
Okay, so movement, of course, is super important. Exercise is important. Posture is important, but nutrition is vitally important, right? To all of those, to our mental health, to our spiritual well-being, and then, of course, to our physical bodies. And so it is, this time of year is a struggle for a lot of people to eat healthy. We do nutrition workshops and different things to help people with nutrition, because it is a huge challenge for people. But probably the number one thing I could say is to think of, balance, in everything that we do. But we want to have, our bodies have a pH balance. And when our body gets out, I'm going to hit my microphone. When our body gets out of balance, we tend to get sick and have inflammation and have problems with our body, and then we turn to medications and different things. But really, if we can just find that we're eating more nutritious foods, more plant-based foods, more fruits and vegetables and things, and trying to make that the bulk of our diet, then the other things can find their place in there. So with the holidays coming up, with Christmas and all of the junk food that's out there, we want to be able to make sure that we're getting plenty of fresh food. So think vegetables and fruits, especially leafy green vegetables. Think of it as medicine, that it really is healing your body and that you need it every day. So a typical meal should consist of mostly vegetables and fruits, and then just a smaller portion of your proteins or your grains instead of the reverse is what we tend to do. And then our bodies get out of balance, and we
Lots of water and lots of movement.
Yep, definitely.
Right.
So you can still eat plenty. It just needs to be of the right foods.
So tell us, if someone's wanting to start reaching out to you, if we have a leader in a church group or a school or just a family, what is their first step? How can they reach out to you?
So they can contact us. We have a website that's almost finished, but they could contact us through. It's called Equilibriumfitness.com.
I just spelled
Equilibrium. Oh, great. You're going to ask me that.
Sorry,
It's E, not I.
Elibrium.
Okay, Equilibrium.
We'll post that on the screen too. Yes.
So that would probably be the best way to get information. That has a list of our programs that we offer and some prices, and then contact information.
And where are you located? Where are you located in Spanish
We
Fork?
are actually in the Springville side, but North Main, Spanish Fork. So all the way down at the end.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I love how custom it is.
It's really awesome. Thank you so much for joining
Thank you
us.
for letting me come.
That's great.
Coming up next, we will talk about the opioid crisis that is affecting our community. Stay with us. If you haven't liked our Facebook page yet, now is your chance. Facebook.com/SF17 Studio Chatter. Get involved in the chatter. Got an idea for us? Share it. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Chances are you have a neighbor, a friend, or even family member that suffers from a drug addiction. Welcome Annie Nichols from the Department of Drug and Alcohol Prevention and Treatment to the conversation.
Thank you. Thanks. I'm excited to be here, and I'm glad that you're willing to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Let's start with the initial conversation of what is an opioid. Is that even
Opioid. Opioid, yeah.
versus opiate?
Yeah, so opioid is the more common umbrella term that's used to describe any type of opiate, opium, right? So it can
Which
kind
are
of
both
be
drugs, right?
Right, yeah. So opioid includes both naturally occurring forms of the drug from the opium poppy plant and also synthetic forms of the drug that are created, by drug manufacturers to mimic those effects that happen from the natural plant, if that makes sense. So so opioid covers both naturally occurring from the opium poppy plant and then synthetic versions of the drug as well.
Learned something new already.
Yeah, and there's lots of different types. So opioids are typically used to treat pain, right? So they decrease the pain response, increase feelings of euphoria, which is part of what gives it potential for addiction, right? It is a psychoactive drug. It's usually prescribed. Most forms of opioids are legal, so things like Percocet, Oxycontin, hydrocodone, codeine, methadone, Vicodin, maybe I already said that one. Lots of different types of prescription opioids, and there's also illicit or illegal opioids like heroin, which is the most common illicit opioid.
So unfortunately, I think that's probably why we have been, why we've come to know the term in the past probably 2-3 years. We see it all over, billboards, opioids, beware, the overdose, so why the epidemic?
Yeah, so epidemic is a word that public health statisticians typically use to describe a health issue or event that's happening at an excess rate, way more than it should be or than it ever has been or that it's expected to. So because our overdose death rates are skyrocketing, and they have been for the last 10 years, that's why you start to hear the term epidemic. So it's a national crisis, but it really is affecting our state and our county and even this local area as well. So nationally, our overdose death rates have tripled in the last 10 years.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
In the state, you mean, compared
as
to...
a nation, our rates have tripled, and our state follows that same trend. So we're 7th in the nation for overdose death rates. Yeah, it's killing more people than motor vehicle accidents. And yet, you hear all about click it or ticket and buckle up, which is great, but many more people are dying from overdoses than they are from those other types of death.
Goodness.
In our county, we lost 179 people last year to specifically opioid overdose deaths, and 38 of those came from the Spanish Fork, Springville small area.
And is this including children, would you say?
Most children don't overdose on opioids. Yeah, that's not really the demographic that it affects most. You'd probably be surprised with prescription opioids. Those who are most overdosing are actually women, ages 35 to about 54. Wow. That's not what you typically think of when you think of someone overdosing right now.
You're just starting life, you've got young couples and families.
Or people typically think of an IV drug user or someone from the homeless population, right? There's kind of these stigmas and stereotypes attached to people that misuse drugs. And prescription drugs don't necessarily follow that trend.
Right.
Heroin is different. The people who are most overdosing on heroin are young males, 24 to 34.
Is it almost like street?
Yeah, so heroin is really only used illicitly. Injected intravenously typically. So,
but is there a reason for this? Why? Especially for women. We're women here. We're young. We're young. We are in that category.
She's delusional.
Yeah, you are.
why.
though we are, but
In that age gap, we're in that age range.
Maybe it's because it seems to be more accessible, or
Absolutely.
Is that why?
Oh, yeah. It's a complicated problem, and how we got here is complicated as well. But really, in the 90s, it started with a push on physicians to better treat pain. And as patients, our expectations changed. I shouldn't feel pain after a surgery. That shouldn't be a normal part of my life. And so there was pressure on physicians to better treat pain, so they started looking for options. And then you had drug manufacturing companies creating things like OxyContin, which really revolutionized the way opioids work in your system. So the cotton in OxyContin stands for continuous, which means even hours after you take the drug, it continues to have the effect in your body, right? Which was great for treating pain, horrible for addiction. And at the time that was released, physicians were taught that this was a safer form of opioids. This form was not addictive. You could prescribe this to your patients without worrying. And so that's what happened. That's what they did. And now we know that that's not true. But at the time, that wasn't necessarily the case. So now we know you can develop dependence to an opioid in as little as 7 days, even if you're using it as prescribed.
That's all?
Really?
Yeah.
And when you say pain, as in physical pain or even mental, what about mental? If you're Are they using it for depression, anxiety?
No, not typically. So it's usually, the CDC recommends that it's only used for cancer patients or like extreme chronic pain, end of life type of care. But it's more commonly used for acute injuries, like you break a bone, you get an opioid. You get your wisdom teeth out, you get an opioid.
Right.
And there are other ways to manage pain that don't carry such a risk. You typically see other types of drugs to treat things like anxiety and depression.
So on that note, is there anything being done, I guess, on the physician side that's being taught differently about that now? Are they being taught to manage the pain differently, or? Yeah,
absolutely. And it's coming from the healthcare industry and also coming from public health professionals as well. So the CDC published prescribing guidelines. So they have 12 really specific guidelines. If you're going to give an opioid, this is what you should give and how much of it and how you should taper them off and the plan you should follow.
Interesting.
So all of that is slowly being integrated into the education and training of medical professionals. But you still have a whole body of professionals that have been practicing for decades that maybe learned another way. So the healthcare industry is working on it. I think they acknowledge their role in kind of creating the problem. They're part of part of that problem, right? But even in industries like in around healthcare are strong advocates. They've come out saying we're going to curb our overprescribing. We're going to decrease it by, they said 50 or 60%. So they are working on it. And there's also policies that have passed to kind of help to solve the problem, right? Like one was the creation of what's called the Controlled Substance Database. So that software that physicians and their staff can go in and pull up a patient to see whether they have other opioid prescriptions from other providers, if they've gone to 5 different doctors in the last 5 months. Okay. So that's helped to decrease kind of what we call doctor shopping. They're going from one physician to another, seeking that medication. So there are things that are happening, and I think that they're doing a great job of identifying that they're part of the problem and really working to be part of the solution too. But it'll take time.
The re-education of women, or the people that use us, as well. Yeah,
definitely. So in Utah, we're really lucky to have a great public awareness campaign that's funded by the state legislature. So that's Use Only as Directed. I don't know whether you guys have ever seen that. And their whole goal is exactly what you just said, to educate patients on what they can do. And they promote basically 3 things, which is speak out, opt out, and throw out. So speak out being like, you can take an active role in your healthcare. If you're going to take an opioid, ask your doctor these questions first. Am I at risk for an addiction? Are you prescribing the lowest possible dose? What's the plan to taper me off? Will something else work? Basically saying if your physician isn't going to have these conversations with you, you can take an active role in that. Opt out being look for alternatives. There are other things that are proven to work, but they're hard. It's like physical therapy and exercise, and then throw out, meaning get rid of your prescription medications. Yeah. Stop saving them. You don't need them for an emergency. Right. You don't need them for your child. After you're done, take them to a drop box. And there's drop boxes all over. Spanish Fork Police Department, Salem, Mableton Police Department, Springville Police Department. Right. There's 6 just within a few miles of us. Right.
So let me ask this as we wrap up. What can we do if we have a loved one or a neighbor or recognize this abuse around us?
Yeah, so definitely one thing to do, like we said, is disposing of your medication. So 75% of people that misuse opioids get them from a friend or family member. So remove the accessibility. The other thing is, if you are in contact with anyone that uses an opioid in any way, you should get a naloxone kit. So naloxone reverses an opioid overdose. So chemically, it undoes the effect of an opioid. Like you'll have people that have overdose that are not breathing, that are blue. You administer them naloxone and they revive. And they're suddenly breathing and they're alive, and that's another chance for them to get into treatment.
Our police department now has it with them, right?
Yeah, so naloxone, that's one thing we've been working on. So most law enforcement agencies in our county all carry naloxone, but you can go get naloxone too.
Okay.
Anyone can get naloxone at almost any pharmacy without a prescription. It's covered by most insurances, including Medicaid. Oh, wow. If you have to pay out of pocket, you can pay like $20 to $50. So go get a naloxone kit. Like, it is the Lazarus drug, is what they call it. It literally reverses life. It's incredible. So those would be kind of the two things that I would say that people should do. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And can people contact you? Do they contact your department?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have free naloxone kits that are available to community members that are close to someone who's at risk of overdosing. We also offer free classes on overdose prevention education. So how do you identify the signs? How do you administer naloxone? Where do you go for help? Right? So all of those things, they're more than welcome to contact our office.
What's your website?
Yeah, so it's 801-851-7139, and that's my direct line. So we're happy to connect them with those resources.
Fantastic. And we'll get that all posted as well. Just fantastic information. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Coming up next, what are your favorite gifts? Stay with us. You don't need to go far to find some very cool and unique gifts. Welcome Heather Youd from the Spanish Fork and Salem Chamber of Commerce to the show. Welcome, Heather.
Thanks. Second time.
Yep.
Oh, welcome
popular.
back. And was
Thank
it
you.
last December when you were here? Mm-hmm. Oh, kind of doing the same thing.
Same type of thing.
Fantastic. Look how
Supporting
much
the
she's
Chamber
got,
of
though.
Commerce.
Isn't that amazing?
So fun. What a fun job
Yeah, it is really fun.
to go around to
It's
all
a great
of
job.
to all of the businesses and see what they have to
And you
offer, right?
obviously ran around the whole town asking who wanted to participate.
Well, I kind of wanted to find some hidden gems, not places that people wouldn't really think about going to find some of their
That's
gifts.
a good idea.
So I brought a few different things. Sego Lily soap is always a good one.
Yeah.
I've already bought some gifts from there for my family. So they always have
a
wonderful,
fabulous gem, yes.
Yes. Wonderful smelling soaps and bath bombs and lotions, a whole bunch of different things. So another little hidden gem is Endurance Athletics. They have some great athletic clothes and shoes and hats and anything that you would need for running. You can get it there.
And they carry Stance socks.
Yes,
one
they
of my
do.
favorites.
I was there
to
today
check that
looking,
out.
and they have even like local, like jazz socks and college team socks.
Okay,
so,
perfect stocking
yeah,
stuffer.
yeah.
That's fantastic.
And what is this and where's
Okay,
this from?
so this is from Kneaders. So, when I think of Kneaders, I think,
Think of food, yes.
food,
Yes,
sandwiches, yes.
breads.
But they have some great retail stuff. So cute.
a little countdown.
Yeah, that's
I like
fun.
That's fun.
So-
and this one?
Yep, and the
This is-
nativity came from there as well.
Look at that, it's got, they're representing me in the front. I think this is fantastic. Don't you think? I love it.
So, and they have really cute
those are fun.
like
Nice.
stockings.
Wow.
So, and
Meters.
yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
The book?
Nope, that came from somewhere else. But
Okay.
these, look at these
Cute.
darling decorations.
Wow.
So,
Would that be something you guys would leave out after Christmas too? Kind of like just.
I think you could.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a while.
So, and this one I thought was really fun too. It has some great ideas for things to do during the holidays.
I love
So, like make
that.
hot chocolate,
cute.
watch a
Decorate
Christmas movie. Yeah.
Donate a gift, make hot chocolate.
Yeah,
all
so
around
just
an
some
acts
fun
of
things.
kindness.
It would be
Love
fun
it.
to put them in a basket and then
Have everyone-
decorate the tree
yeah.
throughout the month.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe put them up.
Yeah.
Put the stars up.
Yeah, so I
12 days
thought
of
that was really
Christmas,
cute.
yeah.
That is
Love
very
that.
cool.
And then, of course, when you think of Kneaders, you always have to have a basket.
Right.
So,
I thought this was really heavy too.
this is their new
Let's
holiday
bust that
one.
baby
Yeah,
open.
Warmest Wishes,
yes.
I believe it's called. and it looks really good. I can
Delish.
smell it from here. It smells really yummy. So a lot of fun things at Kneaders. Yeah. So, and then another one that I don't think a lot of people even realize is there is the paperback book exchange. So I have readers in my family. I know Stacy loves to read. They have a ton of books. So
And where is
my
that?
roommate-
Great shape.
Yeah, well, they're brand new. So you can get brand new books there, and I don't think people realize that.
Oh, I didn't. Right.
And she'll actually, all year round, this is not just a holiday thing, if you, 20% off of cover price for all new books.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. And where is that located?
It's right on Main Street.
Okay.
So I want to
Next
say...
to
Jack's.
Yep,
Two
right by
Jacks?
Two Jacks.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have a lot of different varieties of books, and this is the Dream Mind book, so you know that's something that locals would probably be interested
Yes.
I happen to have read The Goose Girl book club probably 10 years ago. Such a cute story, totally appropriate for young readers.
in.
Too.
Yeah, so all different
Very
ages.
cute.
This even came from there, so they have a lot of different varieties
that's adorable.
of books. So
Wow, Heather, you did good.
So, and then my last
Oh, the
little
jewelry,
place,
yes.
is actually not something that you would think of as kind of a jewelry store, but Kohl's right on Main Street.
Wow.
So they do trophies and things, but they also have jewelry. These both came from there, and these finer jewelry and watches. So they have a lot of pretty nice stuff. So.
Oh, that's
Nice.
that's cool.
So sterling silver and probably
Yeah, I know they have some that are diamonds. I don't think that these are, but
cute.
they do have.
But they're beautiful.
Yeah,
I'll let you take some.
Oh, I love it.
So
Gorgeous.
yeah, a lot
Very
of fun
nice.
different places. So there's a lot of local places that you can find some great things.
Right.
So if you
Right.
can shop local, help keep
Absolutely.
the city going. Lots of small business. So yeah, lots of little
And
hidden
Heather,
gems.
what about anyone that you want to point out that maybe you didn't hit, weren't able to contact that you would say is a great find? What are some of your favorite stores?
So me personally, I like clothes. So I love my sister's closet, of course.
Okay.
And another little hidden gem that I didn't get in to talk to them is Stone Drug. They actually have
Yes.
gifts in there.
Right.
You know, pharmacy, you wouldn't think that, but they have some great gifts in there. So
First
Back
place,
on
wasn't
Mother's
it?
Day, when we had
Yeah.
Angie Murphy here showing us how to wrap for Mother's Day, she brought several things from Stone Drug.
Yeah.
And you can follow them on Instagram. And so, great treasures, you're right.
yeah, and even if you have people that don't really like this type of a thing, like my grandma had everything. So we actually would go and buy her gift cards to food places.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yes. And I-
Chick-fil-A and
Yes.
Olive
So
Garden,
many, yeah.
so
And I
many
think,
good
and I
places.
think the salons for pampering, and I even think the chocolate store for any indulgence,
Yes.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
decadence.
Yeah,
Lots
so
of
there's a
great
lot of
places.
great places around town to do
Because
your
a lot
shopping.
of our moms really don't they're just not going to go get pedicures and massages. So,
All the time. Yeah.
And there are a ton of salons here.
Yeah,
thank you,
there are.
Heather.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great things to think about.
There's more studio chatter on the way. Wow, we made it again, and we are so excited to talk about our favorite gifts.
This is going to be a fun one.
It
Yes,
is.
it is.
Yes.
Who wants to start?
Oh, not me. You go.
Oh,
You go. You guys go.
okay.
You're the arty
Why
one.
don't I start with one of my most favorite gifts I received this year is now what I also want to give this year, and ironically, it is from Natasha.
Aww.
My bucket list. So you can get this on Amazon. It's from what's the company?
I bought that one at Anthropology, but
Okay.
you can buy it.
And I think it goes through that. But
Yes,
anyways, I may have shared it before, but you just write down all your bucket list dreams. It just tells you to go for your dreams, and I just think it's so much fun. So I put my Savannah, Georgia trip on it as my number one and filled it out. And it just gives you room to say what your dream is, and then once you fulfilled it,
Oh, you put
can
it on
write
the other
in.
side. Oh, I
Yeah.
like that.
So you can put a little picture there too. So
I love that book.
I love it, and it's just beautiful. And then secondly, I have always bought, well, not always, the last several years, all the boys in the family get Stance socks. They're about 12.
What's so special about them?
Well, I don't know. I didn't know. I just kept buying them for the boys. They're like $12 to $15, so a little pricey, but they're matchy men socks. So recently, I bought me a pair. You guys.
What do they feel like?
So worth it. I'm wearing them right now. If you're buying all the boys in your family Stance socks, pick yourself up or the girls up a pair. They just hug your foot and they fit so good. Like I love them. Stance socks, way to go.
So they're worth the spend.
They're worth the spend.
Okay.
I also heard you can get them online at discount because they'll only make one run and when they sell out, they're gone.
That's it.
So you can get online and I think just stance.com. And you can go to the discount ones.
Okay.
This is what I've been doing the last several years. I make one album and give it to my 4 kids and then my husband and I. So when they move out, they can take these albums. But this is just the best of this past year. So I started this year's like in September, started compiling, and then I send it to Costco or Snapfish mid-December, and it's there for Christmas. And I just always make sure I have a discount because they can get like $70 to $80, but they usually have 50% off. Okay, last thing. You guys know I love books, obviously, but every time I go to Costco, I go down the kids' aisles for books. And I only have one granddaughter, but I love their hardbound books. They are the quality. I don't know. It's just perfect. I think. Besides just lots of toys, books.
Yes.
Books for kids.
Awesome.
So that's my find.
Yes. Thanks for sharing.
Oh, fantastic. Yay. Okay, I'll go next, all right?
Okay.
So, unless you wanted to.
No, go ahead.
Mine really quick. Love TJ Maxx. That's what I love. I think I can get everything from TJ Maxx.
Perfect.
But, and of course, Costco and Amazon is a favorite one of ours. So this one, mine, whenever I get gifts, especially I'm a teacher, and so a lot of the presents I give out are for teachers and families. And so I love the I do a calendar as well for my in-laws.
Oh, okay.
You know, with all the pictures of the children, because we don't do formal pictures throughout the year. And so I always like the pictures we've taken of our trips and stuff, we put it together. But anyway, for teachers and, I like to give them something that makes them feel good and smells great and has a health benefit too.
Yes.
So this one is just showing, it's like sea salt, coconut oils, body scrub, you know.
Sounds lovely.
And then you've got the soap, the butter as well. And coconut's really good for your skin.
Yummy.
And then I have this little bottle. And so some of these are really small gifts, you know, for various teachers, extended teachers when they after school care for my kids. And so this one is a lavender one that you spray on your pillow. Ooh. And then, you know, it smells, because lavender is very calming. And so some of us very
and the price point on that,
and
$4.
You know, $4.
That's totally doable.
Yeah.
Wrap it up with a little bow.
That's
and swooshing as well.
Or put a little bit of chocolate in. Sometimes I do like Godiva. If you buy a big packet and then you can split it.
Yes.
I like that.
Yum.
And then this one was made. This is a candle. It smells absolutely lovely from what is it? From England. And if you smell it, I just think that smells so very. It's very rosy.
Yes,
you know,
it is.
English. But again, I like the whole package. You know, but
the packaging is important.
Yeah, and then so I've got this too, and I also love teas. I love. This is a green tea, raspberry tea, and if you give it to a woman, raspberry tea is really good for you for your organs, you know, reproductive system, even if you've stopped producing, you know, it's still good to keep it functioning. And so green tea keeps you energetic and stuff like that. So anyway, that's, you know, that my thoughts was more on the teachers and the smaller gifts, you know,
I like that.
a gift token kind of thing.
Oh, fantastic.
Perfect.
Love it.
Oh, and then some of these as well. This was for me, but, you know, gifting myself happy notes. I just thought these were so cute, you know, when, again, a gold star for you. You know, you can actually pick these off and then you can stick it on someone's desk or something.
Oh, that's fun.
Sticky notes.
And did you get that at TJ Maxx?
I did. And then you just stick it because you're a gold star. No one just will come. And I thought that's just so cute.
Oh, that's
you put
cute.
the shine in my sunshine.
Oh, that's
Don't
great.
you think
Yes,
cute?
even on the mirror to make someone's day. Oh, yay, that's fantastic.
There you go.
Okay, yes, I'm running short on time
Sorry
over here.
about that, yeah.
Okay, no, that's great. So I've categorized mine a little bit, just to make things a little bit personal. We also do the calendar. We have some grandparents near and far. So just, calendar with the kids to share all year long, just to make things
Where
a
do
little
you
bit
print
personal.
yours?
So we do ours at Shutterfly, but you can also do those locally at Costco if you'd like to. And then also, Angie had talked about a little bit before about doing events, just to make things more memorable instead of maybe giving things. So this year we are going to the Nutcracker, and if you want to make it a little more personal, to do some swooshing, I picked up some linen napkins, some Nutcracker napkins with some ornaments. And
With your
I'm going
tickets.
to put that together with the tickets.
Wow.
Yes. And then I think that I showed this maybe last year, but trademark gifts. So I talked about my yo-yos last year with my grandma. So trademark gifts to give it a personal touch. So if you know me, you might get the dish towel and some soap.
Love
Trademark
it.
gift
That
from
soap is
Natasha.
the best.
If you want to give luxury gifts, of course, the bath bombs from our friend at Seagull Lily Soaps. And then also luxury things that I love to give and get. The luxury spoons, and then maybe something that's personal to a skating coach or someone. Maybe something to go along with
perfect.
that.
Good idea.
Yes, and also picked up personal
latest.
token. Yes, the skating bracelet or something. A meaningful bracelet or something that would mean something. Whoops, to
And
someone.
Alex Zanani is so
Yes,
popular.
Alex Zanani.
Yeah.
So, whether it's a birthstone or something that means something to someone. And then in this little box here, and this is just for show. It happens to be a Nordstrom gift card, but a gift card you can never go wrong to anyone.
that's
It's a gift
good.
that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
So things I love to give and
That's
get.
right, yeah.
So
Perfect. I think we've
Natasha's
given-
very short list. So there you go.
This was fun. Good
that was
episode. I
good.
think we're off to a great holiday season.
Yes.
So definitely.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Thanks for
That's
being here with
exciting.
us. We hope you enjoyed the conversation.